Have you ever heard of a war where the river turned red with blood and the sky echoed with gunshots, not spears? This was not a movie. It happened right here in Nigeria. This is a forgotten war that changed Yoruba land forever. The Battle of Ikirun, the real beginning of the Kiriji War. So don't forget to follow this page right now and turn on notifications so you don't miss what your ancestors went through and the power they held. Now let's begin. The year is 1878. Yoruba land is burning with fear and tension. The land is broken. There is no strong Oba in control of all Yoruba people. Ibadan is rising, a city of strong warriors and fearless generals. They had guns, they had power, and they want to control everything and everyone. But not everyone agreed. Many smaller towns and kingdoms were tired of Ibadan's control. This was a time when true warriors rose, and one of the first fires of resistance, it started in a town called Ikirun. Ibadan, strong and fierce. They had power, guns, and trained soldiers called the Aronika Kanfo Army. On the other side were the people of Ekiti and Ijesha. They would later become the Ekiti Army. The town of Ikirun, and the support of some other smaller towns. The spark that lit this war, it was about control, tribute, and freedom. Ikirun refused to pay tribute to Ibadan. They were not ready to be ruled. So Ibadan sent their warriors. But they didn't just go alone. They called on their allies from Madakik and Iwo. They surrounded Ikirun from three sides. Their plan was to crush the town in one day. But Ikirun was ready. They had warriors of their own, and they were not afraid to die. The people of Ife and Ijesha heard about the attack and joined the fight to help Ikirun. And then came the battle. Bullets rained. Screams filled the air. The river that passed through the town became soaked with blood. That's why the battle was called Jalumi, meaning drown in blood. Thousands died. Some were swept away by the river. But the Ibadan warriors were shocked. They thought it would be an easy win. But the unity between Ikirun, Ijesha, Ife, and other Eastern Yoruba towns was stronger than they expected. They pushed the Ibadan forces back. It was not just a battle anymore. It was the beginning of a long war, the Kiriji War. Ibadan was shaken. They didn't expect resistance this strong. And for the first time, the rest of Yoruba land saw that Ibadan could be challenged. The Ekiti, the Ijesha, and many other groups started joining the Ekiti Army. They formed a strong alliance. This was just the beginning. The Kiriji War would go on for 16 years, from 1877 to 1893, the longest war in Yoruba history. And it all started here at Ikirun. This story is not just history. It is a lesson. It is a reminder that unity is power. When smaller towns joined hands and stood against oppression, they changed the future. Today, we must ask ourselves, are we divided or are we ready to unite again? Because history always repeats itself. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the Battle of Ikirun, the first fire that led to the Kiriji War. I'll be back every Thursday with more untold African stories. So follow this page, share this video, and turn on notifications. Let the world know that African history is powerful and should never be forgotten. If you lived in 1878, would you have fought with Ikirun or joined Ibadan? Drop your answer in the comments. Let's talk about it.